And so the Agua Caliente racetrack for greyhounds in Mexico is closing. It's in Tijuana. And with that, there are now 150 greyhounds who need to find their homes. And so there's a local organization, Southern Arizona Greyhound Adoption, or SA Grays, who helps kind of take the burden off of some of these, other rescue groups, and they kind of redirect some of the greyhounds here to help them find homes. It's a completely, nonprofit organization. They have a ton of volunteers who help make everything possible. They just kind of ease these greyhounds into the next stage of their life. They're so regimented, so routine, because they've been living such a structured life of an athlete. And so they help them, kind of ease into being just a family dog. And so this weekend, 150 need homes. They're going to San Diego tomorrow to pick up 8 of those dogs, who they'll then bring back to Tucson and transition them into foster homes and then their forever homes. So it's very exciting. The dogs are absolutely beautiful, but we spoke with their president and their director of operations just kind of about how they came to be something that's so targeted. I think we think of rescue groups and we think of, PAC and Humane Society, but they're helping a very specific breed of dog who we have seen used in things like racing. And just kind of the love that they have for greyhounds and the appreciation that they have for these beautiful animals. So we'll go ahead and let you guys listen into that. Let's kind of go ahead and start with what's happening this weekend.
So the racetrack, the sole remaining track in Tijuana, Agua Caliente, has closed. And so there was 150 dogs that were still down there racing. And so between 3 primary groups in California, they're in the process of getting these dogs out and getting them to other groups who can help place them. And so we are heading over Friday afternoon to San Diego, and Saturday morning we will meet with the hauler from Gray Save out of California, and we will pick up 8 beauties who we just got the information on today, and we will head back to Tucson with 8 grays that will hopefully end up in their forever homes within the coming weeks.
So obviously these dogs are coming off of a situation where they've been racing. They've, kind of just had this lifestyle where they're working. So what's the transition like for those dogs kind of, adjusting to homes and not having to run, not having to, go out and race? Is that a hard transition for them to make?
It's very easy transition for them. It takes them maybe less than 24 hours to realize that they are retired, and we consider them athletes. So as an athlete would retire, they slowly slide into home life. We have a great group of fosters that will teach them how to walk on a tile floor, show them that they don't need to go through the sliding glass door. And it's heartwarming to see their transformation, and it doesn't take long at all. They're very smart animals, very smart animals.
I think what's so special about this entire thing to me is you have 150 dogs that were taken out of this situation. The track closed down, and you have all these organizations from California, Arizona stepping in to get these dogs placed in homes, and kind of everybody stepping up to make sure they have a place to go. What's so special about greyhounds that, there's such a specific focus on this one particular breed of dog?
How much time do you have? I'll let Jean start.
They are just a tremendous animal. They are kind of like a soul dog is how I would categorize it. I grew up with all different breeds. I'm originally from the Midwest, so a lot of lab mixed dogs. Love those dogs as well. But a greyhound is just kind of a soul animal, really easy to care for. Despite the myth that they need a lot of activity and a lot of engagement, that's really not true. They're very calm, animal, great apartment dogs in a lot of instances. But they're just a really special, sweet breed of dog.
They like a walk, maybe, once or twice a day. And then the rest of the time is usually lounging. So they're very easy to care for. I use mine as an example. We go out for a walk every morning at 5 o'clock. We come home and we eat breakfast. And because they've had a very regimented life on the track, they do require, they love routine. They thrive on routine. So I often joke, if it's a rainy day and we can't take our walk before we eat breakfast, it's a bad day because I got them out of their routine. They're just a great all-around dog. And I've had experience with many breeds over the years as well. And I adopted my first greyhound and I'll never go back.
So of course this is something we're going to keep a really close eye on, and once they do pick up those dogs on Saturday and transport them here, they're going to send us photos, videos, just so we can introduce you guys to some of the dogs. And if you are interested in the fostering process, the adoption process, you can reach out to them for more information. But of course, like we said, it's a nonprofit organization. There are a lot of different costs associated with this aside from transport. Obviously these were dogs who were racing dogs, so they were athletes, so some of them may need more extensive treatment than others, having to do the vaccines, spay and neuter, just all the different things. So they run off a donation, so you can head to their website. It's sagrays.org, and there you can make a donation online. You can also donate by check. You can find out more information just about kind of their mission. They have a newsletter you can sign up for, different events, fundraisers, and information if you would like to volunteer. So again, we will have a follow-up next week on just kind of the next steps in the process and how they run the organization, and also introduce you to some of those dogs that will now be calling Southern Arizona home. So I know,
so sweet.
They're very sweet, and I love how it would just like quickly they go from being these athletes and racing and kind of having that purpose to just transitioning into just lap dogs, and they don't want to do anything. So huge shout out to SA Grays for making this all possible and for taking that trip to San Diego to go pick them up.
Absolutely. Thank you.